Welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Mark, a passionate animal advocate, published author, and dedicated rescuer. For years, I've been working tirelessly to improve the lives of animals and the people who care for them. As a former deputy sheriff and registered investigative journalist, I've seen firsthand the cruelty animals face and the power of human compassion. Together, we'll explore a wide range of topics, from animal welfare and conservation to rescue stories and practical tips. Let's work together to create a better world for all creatures, great and small.
Facts about animal shelters. A deep dive into the reality of homeless pets. Animal shelters play a critical role in our society, providing refuge, care, and hope for millions of homeless animals every year. Yet, behind the walls of these shelters lies a heartbreaking reality that many of us are unaware of. From overcrowding to euthanasia, the challenges faced by shelters and the animals they care for are immense. This video delves into 7 eye-opening facts about animal shelters, shedding light on the struggles of homeless pets and the urgent need for action. Each fact is supported by real data and presented in a humanized way to help us connect emotionally with the plight of these animals. Number 7. 7 million dogs and cats are euthanized every year because shelters are too full. One of the most devastating truths about animal shelters is the staggering number of animals euthanized annually. Approximately 7 million dogs and cats are put down each year simply because shelters do not have the space or resources to care for them. This heartbreaking statistic highlights the overwhelming issue of pet overpopulation. Shelters are often forced to make impossible decisions, prioritizing animals that are more likely to be adopted, while others face euthanasia. The root cause of this crisis lies in the lack of spaying and neutering, irresponsible pet ownership, and the continuous cycle of abandonment. Every euthanized animal represents a life that could have been saved through adoption, fostering, or community support. This fact is a call to action for all of us to step up and help reduce the burden on shelters. Number 6. Homeless animals outnumber humans 5 to 1. It's hard to imagine, but the number of homeless animals far exceeds the human population in many areas. In fact, homeless animals outnumber humans by a ratio of 5 to 1. This means that for every person walking the streets, there are 5 animals without a home, struggling to survive. Many of these animals are strays, abandoned by their owners, or born on the streets. They face countless dangers, including starvation, disease, and injury. Shelters work tirelessly to rescue as many of these animals as possible, but the sheer volume makes it an uphill battle. This fact underscores the importance of community efforts to address the root causes of homelessness, such as promoting spaying and neutering and encouraging responsible pet ownership. Number 5. 90% of pets coming into shelters are not spayed or neutered. A shocking 90% of pets entering shelters have not been spayed or neutered. This is one of the primary reasons for the overpopulation crisis in shelters. Unaltered animals can reproduce at an alarming rate, leading to more homeless pets and further straining shelter resources. A single unspayed female dog and her offspring can produce 67,000 puppies in just 6 years, while a single unspayed cat and her offspring can produce 370,000 kittens in 7 years. These numbers are staggering and highlight the urgent need for widespread spaying and neutering programs. By addressing this issue, we can significantly reduce the number of animals entering shelters and ultimately save lives. Number 4. Most strays are not kept indoors or provided with ID tags. Many stray animals that end up in shelters were once someone's pet. However, a significant number of these pets were not kept indoors or provided with proper identification, such as ID tags or microchips. This makes it nearly impossible for shelters to reunite lost pets with their owners. Without identification, these animals are often classified as strays and left to rely on the kindness of strangers or the efforts of shelters. Keeping pets indoors and ensuring they have proper ID can prevent them from becoming part of the homeless animal population. This simple step can make a world of difference in reducing the number of animals entering shelters. Number 3. More than 25% of dogs in shelters are pure breeds. Contrary to popular belief, animal shelters are not just home to mixed-breed dogs. In fact, more than 25% of dogs in shelters are pure breeds. Many people assume that if they want a specific breed, they need to go to a breeder or pet store. However, shelters often have a wide variety of breeds available for adoption. From Labrador Retrievers to German Shepherds, these dogs are just as loving and deserving of a forever home as any other. Adopting a purebred dog from a shelter not only saves a life, but also helps combat the unethical practices of puppy mills and irresponsible breeding. Number 2. Only 1 out of 10 dogs born will ever find a forever home. The odds are stacked against homeless animals, with only 1 out of 10 dogs born ever finding a forever home. This means that the majority of dogs will spend their lives in shelters, on the streets, or face euthanasia. The reasons for this are multifaceted, including overpopulation, lack of awareness about adoption, and societal preferences for buying pets rather than adopting them. This statistic is a sobering reminder of the importance of adoption. By choosing to adopt, you are giving an animal a second chance at life and helping to break the cycle of homelessness and neglect. Number 1. Adopting from a shelter will save a life. Perhaps the most important fact of all is that adopting from a shelter saves lives. Every animal adopted from a shelter opens up space for another animal in need. It also means 1 less animal euthanized due to overcrowding. Adoption is a powerful act of compassion that not only transforms the life of the adopted pet, but also enriches the lives of the adopters. Shelters are filled with loving, loyal, and deserving animals waiting for their chance to be part of a family. By adopting, you are making a direct impact and contributing to the solution. Conclusion: make a difference today. The reality of animal shelters is both heartbreaking and hopeful. While the challenges are immense, there is so much we can do to make a difference. If you've ever considered adding a pet to your family, visit your local shelter. You might just find your new best friend while saving a life. Together, we can create a world where every animal has a loving home and no shelter is overwhelmed. Contact your local shelter today and be the change these animals desperately need. If this video touched your heart and opened your eyes to the reality of animal shelters, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. By liking this video, you're helping spread awareness about the challenges homeless animals face. And by subscribing, you'll join a community of compassionate individuals dedicated to making a difference for animals in need. Together, we can amplify this message and create a brighter future for millions of homeless pets.